It's a criminal charge, and the first count is unauthorized use of an entity's identifying information or documents. Will you flip for me? Oh, you will. Okay, good. So count one. The above named defendant on or between September 1st, 2023 through October 6th, 2023. So you're looking like over the span of like 5 weeks, like a little over a month. In the town of Rushford, Winnebago County, Wisconsin. Now I looked up Winnebago real quick. That's like closer to Illinois, right?
I think so. I think it's where Oshkosh is. I think
Okay.
Oshkosh is in Winnebago County.
So they're saying in the town of Rushford, Winnebago County, Wisconsin, she did intentionally use identifying information or documents, bank account numbers, or business 6 to obtain anything of value or benefit without the entity's authorization or consent by representing that she was the entity or acting with the authorization or consent of the entity. And then there's like a whole bunch of codes. Geneva, can you just like explain whatever count one is to all these idiots,
Yeah.
including myself, who
So
just read it out loud and is like, what?
yeah. So also to answer the question, the dates were September 1st, 2023 to October 6th, 2023. And so the two counts are the same, basically saying that she used identifying information and documents, which is basically bank account numbers and financial information of business V1 to obtain value, basically committing fraud. She's using their information for her benefit to gain money.
Now, was this while she was like working at that place that
Yes.
she also got away with all those felonies?
Yes, it's the same. So I know the names of the companies. Um, I don't know if you want them said out loud or not. Like I know what V1 is and I know what company one is. I don't know if that.
Go ahead. I mean, it's all public record. Say, yeah. I mean, like that's fine.
Okay.
I say it out loud. It's fine. Like she just gets strike happy when it's
Right.
like in print.
So
So, and again,
This business V1, I believe, is Chop Tank Logistics, and they actually tried to sue her in small claims court, and it got dismissed.
let me guess. She won. There we
No,
go.
well, yeah, she did essentially, yeah. So that's what that, and I believe my guess is that they had an account with the company she was working for, that Loggerhead Deco, and most of this, when you see company one and you see the initials, that's all Loggerhead Deco.
All right. So let me continue. Now, count two,
It's the same thing.
unauthorized use of an entity's. That's the same thing, pretty
Same thing.
much.
It's verbatim the same thing.
Okay. This will make more sense when I read the narrative. So that's like a whole bunch of legal jargon at the beginning. Um, so this is the affidavit. Sign being firstly, I don't need to read that.
Yeah, that's just basically saying that they affirm.
I'm trying to get to the part. Okay. Lieutenant Newman explained he was working on a case involving a local business, here and after Company One. And Company One is
Loggerhead
which
Deco.
one,
That's the
Geneva?
Loggerhead
Okay, so
Deco, the one she was working for.
Okay, so Loggerhead Deco. So Lieutenant Newman explained he was working a case involving a local business, Loggerhead Deco, in his jurisdiction that recently discovered an employee named Leida M. Has been using customer banking information to pay her own bills. Let that sink in.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first sentence I'm reading to you, by the way. Leida had been using customer banking information to pay her own bills or to pay the bills of a company she co-owned called, guess what? Proud American Logistics, her trucking company.
Mm-hmm.
Lieutenant Newman later sent Detective, I don't know, sure, I don't know how to,
Sure.
it's spelled SCHUH,
Shaw.
Newman later sent Detective Shaw his completed report on the investigation in his jurisdiction. Detective Shaw noted that Leida is married to a person with the initials labeled ER, Eric Rosenberg.
Right.
Lieutenant Newman stated he spoke to the president, SG, and vice president, CG, of Company 1, which is Loggerhead Deco,
Right. And if
regarding Leida because.
um again, I don't know
Okay.
if you want me to dox the I can
Oh,
give
yeah,
you
please jump in yeah.
I don't know if you want me to give you the names of the initials to keep track of who is who, but or not of the initials.
No, we'll just do SD and
Okay.
CG because, like,
Okay.
it's easier to remember.
Okay.
Um, so they spoke to the president and vice president of Loggerhead, CGSB, regarding Lita because they believed she had made fraudulent transaction using the company's checking account. Company 1 indicated Lita was part-time temporary employee who was assisting Company 1 with bookkeeping. However, Lita was not given bank account information or access for Company 1, and she was not supposed to have access to any of their not supposed to have access to any one of their customers' banking information. So Lita was supposed to be there, but she helping out, but she was not supposed to know anyone's banking information. So there's
Right.
Lita taking receipts,
Yep.
like routing numbers, checking account
Mm-hmm.
numbers, whatever.
Yep.
She's such what a good Christian woman this woman is.
Yep.
They believe she worked for them for the last 2 months. At that point, when CG learned there was a fraudulent $500 charge to the company's checking account for Quick Trip. Is that like a gas station or something like that? Quick Trip
Quick Trip.
or
I don't know. It's
KWIK. Sounds like a convenience
yeah.
store site. Quick Trip. CG found that odd because Company 1 does not have an account with Quick Trip. CG, and that's like the president or the vice president of the company that Leader was
Yeah.
robbing.
It's a
Then went
husband and
back
wife.
instead of
Yeah.
okay, husband and wife team.
Mm-hmm.
So all right? So what are their names then?
So S is
Stacy and Chris. My guess was
no. Steve and Cynthia.
Steve and Cynthia. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia then went back into the banking records and found there was a second fraudulent charge to their business account. Cynthia called Quick Trip's corporate offices and learned that 2 fraudulent charges were applied to a fleet account by Proud American Logistics. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And that's her trucking company.
Mm-hmm.
And Lita was only working there part time, mind you.
Right.
And she wasn't supposed to have access to anything. Okay. Located in Arkdale. Cynthia was unfamiliar with the company and told Lieutenant Newman Company 1 had never done business with any company by that name. So Cynthia, the co-owner of Loggerhead, reached out to the detective
Mm-hmm.
saying, like, I don't know where these charges are coming from. It's like, we're losing money, $500 to this Quick Trip that's through this Proud American Logistics company, which is
Who are they? Yeah, I don't know who they are.
oh my God. And then that's why she changed the fucking name.
Probably. Yeah. Probably.
Oh, that's why she changed the name of the corporation.
Mm-hmm.
She knew this was coming.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think.
That's it. That's what it has to be. It is. Maureen, yes. That is
Oh, she
wild.
knows what she's doing. You should see, like, yeah, it gets
Yeah,
even
let's keep going.
shadier. It gets even shadier.
Okay. Okay, so Cynthia was talking to Steve about the fraudulent transactions when another employee overheard the conversation and mentioned that Lita is associated or part owner of Proud American Logistics. Cynthia said Lita's job responsibilities are primarily data entry. Oh, the medical doctor.
Mm-hmm.
In which Lita enters transaction information for Company 1 into their QuickBooks so the company can keep track of bank and credit card statements. But Lita also sends invoices to customers on behalf of Company 1. Cynthia stated Lita does not have access to any of their various banking or credit card accounts as she has no responsibilities that require her to have access to such. Cynthia stated that the statements would give to Cynthia stated that the statements she would give to Leida for data entry do not contain any account numbers on them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia stated she sent an email to Leida to ask if Leida knew about the company called Proud American Logistics. And Leida called Cynthia back shortly thereafter and claimed she was not familiar with that company.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God. Cynthia noted Cynthia noted she found that to be odd because she was aware that Leida resides in Arkdale, Wisconsin, which is a small community and the same town that Proud American Logistics was from. About 20 minutes after their phone call, Cynthia stated Leida showed up in person at Company One and began talking to Cynthia and Steve about Proud American Logistics. So Cynthia called Leida up because all the employees were pointing at her saying, well, she's already said she's the owner.
Mm-hmm.
Leida then went to the owner and said, I have never heard of that company. I have no idea. And
Mm-hmm.
20 minutes later, Leida shows up in person
Yep.
and starts talking to him about the trucking company that she says that she doesn't own.
Right. That she's never
Okay.
heard of. Yeah.
Cynthia stated Leida was excited and wondering if Company One was going to do business with Proud American Logistics for their delivery services. Wow. Cynthia told Leida that was not the case and hinted that there were $1,000 worth of fraudulent charges to Quick Trip for that company. So is Quick Trip like a gas station? Like is she
It
like
has some,
fueling
I
up the
don't know
trucks?
what it is. I'm not sure what it is. It sounds like it's some type of a gas station or diesel station.
So and now now that she's already lied and said she's never heard of them, she's not familiar with them. Look at this insanity. 20 minutes later, she goes to meet them person to person, and she's singing their praises, saying we should do business with them. But 20 minutes ago, you said you never heard of them.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's a gas station. It's like a gas station convenience store type place.
Oh, yes, Heidi. That's exactly what she did. Oh my God. Okay. Cynthia told Lita that that was not the case and hinted that there was $1,000 worth of fraudulent charges to QuickTrip for that company. Cynthia stated Lita did not react to that statement, but she continued to seem excited and display odd behavior over the mention of that company. Cynthia stated Lita eventually admitted to being associated with Proud American Logistics and described it as her startup transportation company with two semis. Sweet Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia and Steve then told Lieutenant Newman that they had seen Lita doing strange things at work regularly, such as going out to her vehicle and using her laptop or cell phone when she was provided with the computer there to do all her work on. When she confronted Lita about this strange behavior, because I guess, on the laptop that the work is giving them with QuickBooks on it, Lita's saying, like, oh, let me run out to my car. And I guess, like, getting
Yeah,
their credit card numbers and shit like that. I mean, I don't
probably.
know, but like, if the company is giving Lita a laptop to do her work on, and I'm assuming it's got all the company's stuff on it, credit cards, banks, all of it.
Well, they said she didn't have
I'm
access
assuming.
to it. I think she went out and used her personal, like she was getting
Oh,
information
I think she
from,
took whatever laptop they gave her, and I mean, like,
yeah, well,
um,
maybe. It gets more into
well,
that.
actually, it might explain it here right now. Listen, I
It
didn't
gets,
want to read all of
yeah,
this
it gets more into
at
it.
first because I wanted you to see my like genuine reaction to seeing this. I like to keep things fresh that way. Let me see here. I wonder if I shut my camera off. See, like my camera's off on StreamYard, and my camera is still very much on IG. There's got to be a delay between.
Or maybe because it's the same account that's running on your end.
There you go. Now your camera's off, but now we can't hear you.
All right.
Oh, there
So
you go.
this is this. I was telling Brooke before I did this. I'm like, this is a good read, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Thanks again to Geneva for this is hot off the presses. Now I put my
Fresh
camera
out
on
of
my face.
Winnebago.
All right, anyway, all right, where were we? Okay, Cynthia and Steve told Lieutenant Newman that they had seen Leida doing strange things at work regularly, such as going out to her vehicle to use her work laptop or cell phone she was provided with there to do her work on. When they confronted Leida about this strange behavior, she claimed she had to go check in with the temp agency as it was a requirement of her employment through the agency. Okay, listen, honey, I worked at temp agencies before. You don't leave your shift mid-shift. Like if a temp agency assigns you a job for a day or a week or whatever, like midday at 2 o'clock, they're not going to require, oh,
You better check
temp
in.
job right now that you're filling in for to come check in with us.
Right.
Ain't that not the stupidest fucking thing you ever heard? Like, can you believe that? I'm like, if I needed to use a temp agency, like if I had a business and like I had like a receptionist out for the day, and I was that desperate that I needed a temp agency to fill in for her, the last thing I would want is that temp going back to their office to check in like they're on parole.
Right.
But Leida is so used to having to check in with parole officers,
Right.
I guess by this point, or probation officers, or bail bondsmen, or clerks of the court, that like I'm surprised she doesn't actually go to the bathroom if she's at McDonald's. Hi, can I get some yard time? I mean, because like I don't know. I mean, she has like this is insane to me. Insane.
Yep. Yeah.
Insane. Of course, it's not a requirement. Could you imagine?
Yeah,
But,
it's not a requirement.
I mean, listen, I worked in many office jobs, some, mostly small offices, a couple big. And we've never like been that desperate where we needed to hire a temp for the day. Like the worst it ever got was like when I was a paralegal, and I had pneumonia. My boss asked if Cody could come in and answer phones for me. And that's pretty much as sexy as it got. I like what a lie.
Yep.
So let me continue. She had to go and check in with a temp agency as a requirement for her employment through the agency. Cynthia said she contacted the temp agency and asked them about the claim, and the agency told her there was no requirement, of course, that she need to check in with them at all. Cynthia also recalled Leida also mentioned to Cynthia that Leida had organized all the checks Company One had received. Cynthia became concerned that Leida may have obtained customer information from these checks.
And it wasn't her job to do that. She took it upon herself.
No, she did data entry. Cynthia and Steve. Now, Cynthia and Steve, to those who are just joining in, they're the owners of the first company that Leida embezzled and robbed from, but she was found not guilty of because she got that attorney that defends our ARPIS and A.B. Iller case.
Yep.
Just, top notch.
And this is probably how she was paying him.
I mean, I would love to know how much money this guy has gotten from Leida's father. I mean, I don't know. This is now she's going to have to put down more money to get herself out of this shit, which she probably will. How many bullets is Leida going to dodge? I mean, when is she going to like get her fucking game?
Comeuppance? Yeah.
I don't know.
She's
God,
like
I can't
Teflon.
I can't get away with shit. Meanwhile, this woman's committed like
she's Teflon. I tell you,
every felony there is, every commandment broken. Like I don't know. So Cynthia and Steve again confirmed they did not give Leida permission to use
the same lawyer
account information
same lawyer.
At all or pay bills to their account. Lieutenant Newman followed up a Quick Trip and was able to confirm the information Cynthia gave regarding the payments made to Quick Trip for the fleet account for Proud American Logistics. So what Leida did was open up an account for them behind their back, using it to fuel up their tanks. And then when got caught, she said, "Oh my God, I never heard of it. We should use this company." Look,
Right.
and
She was basically using this company to fill up her trucks.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I meant to say if it didn't come out that way.
Yeah.
The hubris of her to even have the balls to go on YouTube to this day right now and like, listen, anybody who's got Leida in their corner, everyone's side-eyeing you. I mean, I don't think there's anybody on earth that can say, "Oh my God, you know what? It's just Leida's bad luck."
Right.
It's just always bad timing with her. Like, how many times can you say that?
Right.
I don't know, and there's still no Erder May charges for the AB baby Illing
Mm-mm.
K.
Mm-mm.
So on Friday, October 6, 2023, Lieutenant Newman went to make contact with Leida. So at Company One. So we're on Friday. The cops are going to the job to confront Leida
Right.
as she was scheduled to work that day. So they're going in there to talk to her and maybe arrest her. Lieutenant Newman made contact with Leida in the parking lot of Company One where she was arriving at work. They talked about her job responsibilities, and Leida eventually admitted she is part owner of Proud American Logistics. Lieutenant Newman asked her if her company had an account with Quick Trip, and Leida agreed that Proud American Logistics had an account with Quick Trip for fleet fees. Lieutenant Newman questioned Leida about how company's one checking account was used to pay for Proud American Logistics fees from Quick Trip. Leida made several excuses and claimed the information must have gotten mixed up. Oh Lord. At Quick Trip and used Company's One information on accident. Lieutenant Newman then told Leida that that was not possible because Company One does not have an account with Quick Trip, but Leida continued to say it was some mix-up or mistake. You'd think at this point, after 6 or 7 or 15 or 25 felonies, she'd be like, "Oh, honey," and Eric's no.
Oh, honey.
I think they're starting to get. I think they're starting to like get onto us. Maybe we should fucking move. Like, no, let's keep committing more crimes.
Right.
No, let's not.
Let's just
Let's
yeah.
quadruple down.
Yeah. Let's go
I mean,
find somebody else to
clearly,
rip off then.
when it comes with Leida and the state of Wisconsin, it's Leida 25 and the state of Wisconsin 0.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's it.
That's the place to move if you're trying to get away with something.
This is unfucking believable.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
All right, where are we?
Yeah, right, Julie. Is there a blue light special?
I
So
mean,
she's getting a good deal. She's getting the felonies and not having to pay for them.
Leida then claimed it was possible that her bookkeeper, Laura, had mixed up the paperwork for Company One and that Leida had at Company One that Leida had with paperwork with Primark and Logistics. Lieutenant Newman again said that was not possible as Company One did not give her bank account information, so would not be on the paperwork she had access to. Leida continued to say it was a mix-up, but eventually said this was wrong and she needed to make it right and take care of the situation. So Leida was throwing every excuse at the book that would always work on on YouTube and the idiots that
Mm-hmm.
follow her.
Yep.
Believing that this cop was going to be like, "Okay, you're a good person. Let me give you some money.
Right.
Do you need my mom's maiden name, my social security number? I want to help
Right.
you out. You're just always mischaracterized."
Right.
Um, that's Leda's all. That's her mo all the time. Court. I'm just from Indonesia and I'm in Wisconsin, which is very conservative, and everybody just wants to make me a monster. No, you could put lipstick on a monster, and guess what, Leida? You're still a monster.
Exactly.
No matter what horrible blonde hair
Any way you flip it,
you
she's a
do,
monster. Yeah.
any way you flip it, you can put lipstick on a pig all you want. At the end of the day, it's still a pig, and you're still a monster.
Yep.
This bitch, like everybody should be mad at her and Eric. Like,
Oh, it gets worse.
oh, I know, but like I don't understand how people like are still like even allowing this woman to talk to them in social media. I mean, I even mentioned this the other night, and people were like, "Oh, but Leida just misunderstood." That was on a live
No.
I did 3 days ago.
Yeah. She is not misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
If she's misunderstood, the only person who would identify with her is Satan to understand her.
Mm-hmm.
And like one day we'll do a live on all the horrible things she did to the people in her past
Yeah.
in Indonesia, in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have people reaching out to me from all over the world about this woman.
Yeah.
And she thought, let me go to Wisconsin. And she's been pillaging Wisconsin like fucking pirates that landed on
Yep.
shore. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like,
She is. She's like,
and let's not forget about the baby. I
nope.
mean, it's been,
And the
baby
dog
Alyssa
and
died when? July 9th?
July 9th.
Where it's September 24th.
Right. It's like 2.5 months ago.
Okay. Let me get back to this. PDF. Okay. Lieutenant Newman then stated he believes she obtained Company One's checking account information and used it to pay for fees. Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Am I making sense in the chat when I read this? Like, I hope I am. Lieutenant Newman then stated he believes she obtained Company One's checking account information and used it to pay for fees and invoices from Quick Trip for the company she co-owned. He asked if he was wrong. Leida replied, "No, you're not wrong." Leida continued to contest how that payment was made, and she was not the only one to actually make the payment. Lieutenant Newman arrested Leida at that time and made
Mm-hmm.
contact with. Oh, so this goes back to the original set of arrests.
Right. Right.
So why wasn't this brought up then? Or were they using this as like a
I think because this comes
like later on to like get her somehow?
because it comes out of a different county. So I think they were waiting to see what happened when the first county with their charges, what happened there. And when those didn't pan out, I think this county filed charges.
Wow. All right. Lita continued to contest how that payment was made, and she said she was not the only actual payment. Lieutenant arrested Lita at that time and made contact with Cynthia to lure the arrest. Lieutenant Newman also advised Company One may want to reach out to their customers to see if they had any fraudulent charges. All right, we're on page 406, by the way, just to give you an idea. After Lieutenant Newman's arrest of Leida, he read her Miranda warnings. Leida agreed to speak with Lieutenant Newman further and agreed to give him the passcode to get into the laptop she had in her backpack with her at the time of the arrest. Leida stated she had obtained. Oh, Leida. Oh, man.
Oh, it gets better. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Leida. Leida stated she'd obtained Company One's checking account information off a piece of paper in her office and confirmed she had removed paperwork from work without permission. Leida admitted she gave the information to her bookkeeper and told her to try and use it, so her bookkeeper did. Leida stated she had sufficient funds to cover the invoice Quick Trip, so she did not have a reason to misappropriate Company One's funds. Leida stated she knew it was wrong and later told her bookkeeper not to use that bank account information anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You're a D. Wait, we're not even done yet.
No, 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 no. It gets better.
Oh my God. You heard it here first. Lieutenant Newman searched Leida's backpack after her arrest and found several folded up Oh.
They're not mine. What are you talking about? You put them there.
Lieutenant searched Leida's backpack after her arrest and found several folded up pieces of paper in the front zipper pocket, which had routing numbers and account information on them for different businesses, along with credit card numbers and security codes that Leida said belonged to her father-in-law. Eric Stat?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Leida. Oh my God. No wonder why she thought she can get away with like infanticide. Infanticide? Yeah, that's right. That's not a word I get to use every day, thankfully.
Yeah.
One specific piece of paper had handwritten information on it for business V1. What's V1, Geneva?
That's the Chop Tank Logistics. That's the one that tried to sue her.
Which included business's V1 routing number, account number, a phone number, the number of employees, and revenue adding up to $169,665 fucking dollars. Oh my God.
Say which part again, Julie?
Which, I don't know. I'm flummoxed at everything that's come out of my mouth. It just keeps getting worse as I read.
Mm-hmm.
What
Mm-hmm.
the handwritten revenue, $170,000.
Mm-hmm.
One specific piece of paper had handwritten information on it for business V1. This business V1 is the account that tried to sue Leida. Now she had V1. So she must have stole from V1, right?
Oh, Julie. So it says in there that the credit card number that she had written down with the security code belonged to her father-in-law. That's what she claimed.
Oh yeah, Eric's debt.
Yeah.
Like any Rosenberg has ever seen, $169,000 in the cumulative thing of their whole parentage. What is it, Turkey? This is just something.
Mm-hmm.
She had another business's account number, routing number, phone number, the number of employees, and revenue. So she was about to rob them crazy.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Newman told Detective that's his name,
Sure.
he had began reaching out to various jurisdictions and companies to tell them to review their bank accounts for fraudulent activity, one of which included business V1. Lieutenant Newman stated he spoke to oh my God, who's
V2.
V2 now?
So V2 and V1 are the owners of that Chop Tank company that tried to sue her.
Newman, okay. V2 told Lieutenant Newman that she had noticed thousands of dollars worth of fraudulent charges on one of the business bank accounts, and it was Leida had stolen it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Oh my God, it's right there. Let me just backtrack a minute. Lieutenant Newman searched Leida's backpack after her arrest and found several folded up pieces of paper in the front zipper pocket, which had routing numbers and account information on them for different businesses, along with a credit card number and security code that Leida said belonged to her father-in-law. One specific piece of paper had written information on it for business V1, which included their routing number, account number, and a phone number, and revenues up to 169. She knew how much money that was in the account.
Mm-hmm.
And then that with $170,000, V2 told Lieutenant Newman that she had noticed thousands of dollars worth of fraudulent charges on one of the business's bank accounts. So she disputed the transactions, and Bank V3 reimbursed business V1 for those transactions. V2 indicated she did not report the matter to local law enforcement and had already closed the account. But Lieutenant Newman encouraged her to report that information to a local law enforcement agency, the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office, and that's why we're here now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So Leida almost got away with it.
She almost did.
Again.
Yep.
Why is she still here?
Detectives contacted V2 after speaking to Lieutenant Newman. Detectives learned that V2 had noticed 2 fraudulent transactions on their business account in September of 2023. Detectives went to meet with V2 at her residence, in which business V1's address as well, where V2 had the statement information and fraudulent transactions. V2 also indicated that the only company they do business with in Portage County is Company One. Nothing to do with Leida or her shitty fucking trucking company or anything.
Right. Oh, but wait. Okay, this one's good. This is good.
Oh my god.
Look at what she spent it on.
Oh my god.
Yep. You know where I am. Get ready. Are you sitting down? Have a drink.
Yep.
I might need one in a second.
Look at
V2
that.
indicated that the first, you get ready for this, that the first transaction posted to Bank V3 on 9/20/23 was for $1,295. The withdrawal description, IRS USA tax payment.
What?
So she used that company to pay for Eric's taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Circle gets the square. Shadow, tell them what they won today. A whole lot of nothing, because Leida robbed it from you. How about that?
There you go, government.
So Leida was using this company to pay Eric's fucking IRS taxes.
Yep. Indeed.
Oh no! Oh guys, no. Leida just misunderstood. She's really good people. You know what? I would implore anybody to let her babysit. Let her
that's
do
a
your
great
banking
idea.
for you.
Yeah.
She's really handy with mortgage. She's a medical doctor.
Mhm.
Like I'm telling you, she's a real whiz with
She's a
bookkeeping.
trucker, apparently. Yeah.
She's a trucker.
She will make sure she's on top.
Oh wait, okay, so $1,295. The withdrawal of the prescription stated IRS USA tax payment and also listed Leida's husband's name, Eric Rosenbrook, along with the identification number. The second transaction had a settlement date of 9/21/23 for $2,000 to a Capital One mobile payment, which Leida's name appears on, and withdrawals seem to have initiated online through Capital One. So Leida's also using their good money to pay her Capital One fucking
Credit card. Yeah.
credit card bills or whatever loan or line of credit she has at Capital One. And Miss Indonesia runner-up.
Yep.
Yes, Julie.
She's a peach, this one.
A real peach. If nobody has a date for the cotillion, let me tell you, ask her. V2 indicated she did not know who the people were that were listed in the payment information for the transactions of business V1, and did not consent to the use of their bank account information by anyone other than those two to do business with. All right, we're on the last page. We're almost done. Oh my God, it's 4:14. Okay. Detectives attempted to speak with Leida in January of 2025. So we're going back. So in January of, just to give you a frame of reference, in January of 2025 was when she was just arrested for the puppy abuse, which she's pleading innocent by reason of insanity on. Yeah. By the way, and that comes up on what, the first or the second? Because there's so many court dates for Eric and Leida littered in the next 2 weeks.
That's on the first.
Okay.
And
so detectives attempted to speak with Leida in January 2025. I can't say that. That's what happens when I talk too much. After the Portage County Police Department sent Leida's laptop and phone to the Wisconsin State Crime Lab and received analysis, detectives reviewed the contents of the analysis and did not find anything further that related to the investigation within Winnebago County. Leida did not wish to speak to detectives. Detectives also attempted to reach out to Eric Rosenberg, but he indicated he was not involved in any of the criminal activity and did not wish to speak to the police. So back in the day, I would go live and sneeze the wrong way. Somebody would call the police, and I would have a SWAT team at my fucking house. I mean, we've all watched it.
Sure.
This woman has robbed from several companies in Wisconsin, has several felonies, and all the police do is call them in January, and since they don't want to talk to them, it's okay.
Right.
Oh, you know what? We're good. We don't want to talk to you.
We're all set with that. We
Like,
don't need to.
am I hallucinating? Hi, you're on the hook for like felonies and embezzlement. You know what? Today's not a good day. No, Mr. Superman, no, it's here. We need more lemon pledge. I just. No, Mr. Superman, no talk today. No. It's like insane to me.
Yeah, that's pretty much the bulk of it. And then the other one's just the rest of it's just them attesting to that being.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's it. So then after that, defiant belief statements V2, CG, SG, and the two proof reliable is believed statements. So what are we looking at here in terms of time or like whatever?
It says on the top of the thing that it's for each charge. It's so a class H felony. A conviction may not be fined more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 6 years, or both, for each charge. And it's 2 charges.
Wow. I mean, like, I don't even. It's what do you say?
Yeah.
She's going to get that horrible attorney to get more bullets on the top of his resume.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, this guy can probably retire off Leida, I'm assuming, and I don't like. How can like I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know.
I don't know if she, I mean, it's going to be hard to get her out of this one because it sounds like she basically admitted it. I mean, she was caught red-handed. I mean, she was caught with their account information in her backpack, and the charges.
So, Jen, before we end,
Yeah.
What's her calendar? I mean, I can't believe I have to say that out loud and make it make sense. But what's their calendar looking like?
So she has her hearing on the insanity charge for the dog and all that, the battery and all of that stuff on October 1st. He has his DUI hearing on October 2nd. And then I believe it's October 16th is when he goes in for his DV charges. And then these charges, her initial appearance is on October 20th. So that's 4 hearings this month between the two of them.
And good old Leida didn't find out about this until she saw my post, huh?
Pretty much.
That's the best part. So yeah, I mean, is she just the most misunderstood person? I mean, I don't. Has she even been like trying to like attempt to talk to people on YouTube anymore?
I don't
Like,
know.
I don't even know.
No
So yeah,
idea.
what a great woman.
Yeah.
She had no idea. She found out through me. What a kick in the pants would that must have been for her, right?
Right.
Imagine.
Mom of 3, no.
And any more
He's
felonies
not
via John Yates? It's my pleasure to serve you, dear. I told you I would be up front.
Yeah.
So
No, she's
it's my
not in jail.
pleasure.
She's free. She's free. She's out.
Oh, of course she's not in jail. No. She gets away with everything. For years and years and years and years. No, why would she
Mhm.
be in jail? No one cares. Like, with how horrible and divided everybody is in this country, you would think that people could all agree, like, what about the baby? Why is no one like, because it's forgotten about now at this point? Like, I didn't forget about it.
Right.
And,
The
like, then
current
people are like,
charges,
oh, John, like, you took long enough. Because she is one.
it's 2 accounts of identity theft. She basically used her employers and their customers' checking information to steal money and pay her bills. That's the short
It's I
story.
mean, I just don't. I don't know how Wisconsin's not tired of her. I don't know how she hasn't been deported.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she hasn't been found guilty of anything, so I guess she has no reason to be deported yet. I don't know. I just none of it makes sense at all. And
No.
she keeps getting caught with more crimes. How many
Yep.
crimes have we? How many new crimes have we reported on, Geneva, since I've been back? She was the one that brought me back. So since what? July, she's gotten arrested. She
She
got
was
arrested
arrested
what?
in
One more
July.
time.
She was arrested in July for the bail jumping right after the baby passed away. And then she filed the divorce and then rescinded that. And then this one. So, but then Eric had his charges, 2 sets of charges.
I'm telling you, Eric is just as guilty as she is.
Yeah.
I give him no. I thought I could maybe like say like he had nothing to do or anything because he was arrested, but I don't put nothing. These two people are like the new Bonnie and Clyde. They
Yeah.
they really are in
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin at least.
Yeah.
White collar Wisconsin Bonnie and Clyde. Like I don't know.
To Wisconsin, Bonnie and Clyde. Well, and I also find it interesting that she put everything in her name. Like that she put the company in her name, she put the house in her name. Like everything is under
But
her
why would
name.
she put everything in her name when she's the one racking up all the
Right?
charges? That doesn't
Right?
make sense either. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like that doesn't none of it makes sense. But like,
Mm-mm.
then like she was selling everything on Facebook Marketplace, the rice cooker, like I can't believe
Mm-hmm.
that, and the Corvette, and they subletted their fucking house, and
Yep.
and but now they're going out in the Corvette out to Wisconsin Dells for the weekends, and her and Eric are happy as clams, and like what baby, as far as they're concerned, like it's uh, I don't know. I wish I knew Nancy. Like I have connections, but I wish I could get like Nancy Grace on this. I
Right.
just wish some like I don't know someone like with a bigger voice has to be like, what is like in Nancy Grace? Like what is going on here? Like I
Right.
need someone like that. Like you know what I mean? Because this is wild.
Yep.
And
It's
who knows what's going to
absolutely
happen
wild.
tomorrow?
Yeah. I mean, these were just filed yesterday, I think, on the 22nd, so day before yesterday. These were filed.
All right. Is there anything else that we need to report on this live?
No, I don't think so. I think that's pretty much the nuts and bolts.
All right, I'm going to try and end this, and then I'm going to try and upload this on YouTube for everybody that missed the beginning. And once I get some stuff redacted, I will put everything what I read on Instagram. I'll post it that way. If I wasn't making sense, you could read it yourself. But wow, talk about people with no shame.
Right?
Like,
Right?
all right, guys, I'm going to end this. I don't know which button I'm which live to end first. But thank you guys for being here. Geneva, thank you for being here. And I'm going to try and upload this on YouTube, and I will see you guys later. Have a great day.